Hello, this is Ellen B. Simmer and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to start going through this Lost Legacies event, so this is episode 1 of that. I am back after a long while. We'll talk about that maybe if we get a chance, but right now let's read through and see what we are supposed to be doing. And I also am hoping this recording works because it's my first test record since NVIDIA updated, and last time it wasn't working so well, so let's hope that's been fixed. Okay, so claim your bookcase. Lost Legacies event. Unravel a romantic drama to earn a bookcase with hidden door, antique jewelry ring, and more. This week's quest rewards is the Cap Library bookcase, the antique jeweled ring, and the Cap family key. So let's get in here, and then I'm not going to do any of my old games because of the fact that I've heard there's been problems with the staircases, and I don't want to mess any of those up. There's supposed to be an emergency fix for those, I heard, coming next week, so we are going to just kind of wait for that. Okay, I'm just going to randomize somebody here. How much can I randomize? Okay, we'll just randomize that. Sure. I'm not going to pick any of your preferences, but we'll randomize. Okay. And what is that? Oh, she's not a ghost, so we're just going to do that. And I'm not going to pick her clothes. We're just going to go through this. We're going to use Delaney like we always do for the most part with these events. Sometimes I use the family, why can't I think of her name? But I used the family with the gal and the 7 kids when I did like the infant through child challenge and stuff. Sorry, I can't think. Part of it is I'm distracted. There is a neighborhood kitty in the yard, but it's got some weird markings on it that I can't tell if it's wearing some sort of gear or if that's the pattern of its coat. It's kind of weird the way it looks. It's almost like it's wearing body armor because it's orange and white and then it's got some black bands. It's kind of weird, but I think it's just its calico coat. But anyway, one of the neighborhood kitties likes to come and sit in our yard. I don't know why, but it loves our yard. I don't know which season doing this event in is best, but I'm going to do summer. I tend to default towards summer a lot. It's just easier. You don't have to usually put up with too many weather things. It makes it easier. I'm also going to just pick Willow Creek because it'll be easier. I'm going to disperse of this lady. I'm just going to drop her in. Let's see which one's cheaper that I want to put my person in. I'll probably put my person in that one, so I'm just going to put this one in that one. Sure, you can go in there furnished. We'll have to climb back out, grab Delaney and plop her into the next door here. But yeah, there's this one cat, and it's a calico cat. We see other cats from time to time, but it loves our yard. It'll come and sit for hours in our yard, and it'll also loaf. I think that's what some people call it when it gets in that particular little laying situation that they do configuration. It'll loaf on my dad's Blackstone for better or worse, and that's right up against our sliding glass doors, so it kind of tantalizes our 2 dogs. But there it goes, wandering off to the neighbor's yard now. And yeah, it was just the markings and the way it was sitting. I've never seen it sit that way before. It kind of almost looked like it was wearing a G-string pair of underwear, so that's what was kind of funny about it. And distracting. So, but yeah, I guess that's just the way the black markings on that calico are, or the darker brown. I guess I haven't been close enough to it to know if it's black or brown. It appears black from this distance, but it could be a very dark brown color fur. I've never really owned a cat. I love cats. I don't love the litter box situation with cats, but I do love cats in general. They are adorable little creatures, but unfortunately my mom is allergic, so we've never owned a cat. And we've never had a cat as a pet, because if we did, she'd never be able to come visit us. I mean, she is hugely allergic to their hair, so and their dander. So we've just always had dogs, and in the past we had birds too. We never owned a bunny or a gerbil or hamster or anything like that, but we did have some parakeets for a while. But they die very quickly. Oops, not build mode. Lisa, what are you doing? That's gonna cost us some time. Just go to management. Yeah, we don't, the parakeets didn't last very long. They didn't live very long. I guess my brother did own, I think it was a cockatiel, not a parrot. And my grandma had a parrot or two over her lifetime, but the birds just didn't last very long. The cockatiel lived the longest, but my brother, I'm not really sure why he got rid of it exactly, but he eventually got rid of it. I'm not sure if that was when he went away to college or if it was before then. I want to say it was before we moved though, so I'm thinking that he got rid of her for some other reason, but I don't remember. But yeah, my two parakeets that we had, they died. So, and it was very sad. I was very sad when they passed. So after that, my parents were like, no, they don't last long enough. So no more birds for you. And that is where we left it. Okay, I'm grabbing McCrae here. If she's will finish popping up, it seems like I have to let her load a little bit further. It has been several months, so I apologize. My game is running slow. My computer is running slow. My computer is such a dinosaur now that it officially is not being supported anymore. And I'm just trying to make it work and last for me. But let's see here. Loaded a few more. Come on, can I just grab McCrae, please? Thank you. We are going to put her there. Oh, do I need to hit that button? Okay, we'll hit that button. I'm going to put her there, and then we're going to go ahead and see what we need to do for this event. Only 7.5 minutes in. Sorry it's taking so long to get this going. But anyway, so yeah, in September, well, actually it started with some other things at the end of August where I got sick and stuff with my stomach problems, and then that led to me having, okay, it's not easy to talk about, it's kind of embarrassing, butt problems in the form of, it started off as hemorrhoids, but then it became a cyst, and the cyst has, you know, had some issues and gotten some infections and stuff. So unfortunately, now I'm looking at doing an appointment with a surgeon to find out what the next going steps are. So I'll meet with the surgeon at the end of this month. It's February 10th, and my appointment is on the 24th, so we'll see what they say and see what next has to happen next. But I'm finally feeling a little bit better, so I thought I would try to film today, get a video up and out since it's been so long. Okay, let's get on with this now. Lost Legacies embark on a royal treasure hunt sparked by the arrival of a mysterious royal emissary. Uncover secrets, master skills, and chase clues. Elegant and old tarnished key decorations. Okay, so we're gonna earn these, it looks like. So these are the rewards. I think there's only 2 weeks unlocked. So we're playing the first week. We're a little bit behind, but we'll do what we can. And I think even though this is the second week, I don't think I'll be able to play the second week until a week is over, which that's a little sad because usually they move forward. Hopefully I'll be able to finish the event in time. It does say I have 32 days to finish it, so Let's see, the arrival. What seems like a normal day quickly turns into an adventure. So I'm not sure how I have to spark that. I got to find the ambassador, I guess. Oh wait, here it is. The arrival. What seems like a normal day quickly turns into an adventure. An envoy arrives with a call to seek out treasures. Will you be worthy of protecting these ancestral heirlooms? Okay, so we need to meet the royal envoy. I was trying to see if that's who that is. No, that is who I thought it was, though. Lay Fabia from the spellcaster pack. Where is... I don't see the envoy, so she's gotta be here somewhere. Is that her? I mean, I don't recognize her name. And of course, she's going around the building now. Oh, nope. There she is. It is Marina Kosar. Okay. So, funny, invite in, respectful. Well, let's do a respectful introduction and then invite them in. I don't know which one of these will all be relevant to this, but we'll find out. Ask about the Durong family. Okay, the envoy's call. Greetings, I am a royal envoy representing the noble kingdoms of the Durong, the Cap, and the Thebe family. I have received word of suspicious activity regarding some of the ancient treasures being kept outside of the kingdoms. I have come to ensure the safety and security of these items. I am hoping to do this as swiftly as possible. I do not want to bother any of the dukes with this matter. They're just so busy, as noble people tend to be. You understand, don't you? I need someone trustworthy to help me complete this task, and you caught my eye. Would you help me with my royal duties? I will make sure it is worth your while. Ooh, master plan. I wonder what is afoot there. Well, let's find out. Let's see. Let's ask about the Durong family. Okay. You've earned enough points to claim a reward. Go to that to claim it, but let's read this first. The Durong family. The Durong family has always valued fine works of art. Their homes are adored with masterpieces from renowned classical painters. Why not take an easel and paint for yourself? You might uncover clues in the process. I must move on for now. If you find any clues, don't tell anyone but me. Hint, you can now claim a new easel in the event rewards or find one in the inventory. Oh, okay, so let's go first. Okay, we're not doing that. We want to stay on this. So, let's see. We're gonna go here, maybe. So I apologize, this whole thing is a little rusty right now, but I haven't done this in months. So the last time I mainly filmed was September, but I did get a few videos filmed in early October. One I think I've already aired. The other two I did not air. I do have 4 LPs that run, but I do have 4 LPs that run, but the only one that I ever did, but I only got 3 of them. I think the one I was missing was the Fairy Adventures, was the one that I didn't film. I'm pretty sure I aired the Business and Hobbies one, so the only one left that I need to... So the only 2 I have left to air, I believe, is a Regs to Reaper and a Not So Berry that I've already filmed. I think it's only 1 of each, but don't quote me on that either. I'm not sure where I got... Oh, there's new stuff in here too. I did pick easel, but it's giving me everything that's artsy, isn't it? Okay, I forgot how this game worked already. That's so sad. But that's just how it's been. It's been crazy, and I've spent the last several months not being well, a little bit of cabin fever, not seeing what I'm looking for. How am I missing it? And I apologize. I have no idea what is making the dog go off, so I apologize for why my dad's dog is going off. I am going to probably have to leave this in the video because otherwise I would just have to start all over and lose everything. So, because I do not currently have editing software, so I can't edit my videos yet. This is the one I want. So hopefully he stops barking soon. I'm not sure what's making him go off. It could be the neighbors. He has a huge dislike for the neighbors because they decide to tease him all the time. So I apologize. Hold on one sec. Arrow! Please be quiet, buddy. Sorry for yelling. Hopefully you took your headphones out for that small period of time. I do not know what is going on with him, but hopefully it's over now. He's one of the dogs that, like, he hears, you know, my dog will sometimes bark because he barks, but my dog, if somebody comes up to the door, he'll bark. Occasionally if he hears, you know, something weird, of course, and for sure. But my dad's dog, I mean, we joke all the time that literally somebody way down on the other end of the block could let out a fart and he would bark because they let out a fart. I mean, his hearing is where he just, any little noise he hears, and he's letting us know about it for better or worse. So I apologize for that. But anyway, those aren't really pertaining to this event, so we're not going to worry about it. She's busy making her painting. I do have to cough, so excuse me a second. Sorry, I try not to do that when I'm filming, but it was unavoidable this time around. So anyway, so that's what's been going on and where I've been for October, November, December, January, 4.5 months, more or less. And like I said, I've pretty much been in the house other than for doctor's appointments since after Christmas, really. Like, since after Christmas. Because even the day when some of the other stuff started happening with the infections, that was the 29th of December. So, and we were out for my mom's doctor's appointment that day, and I had to deal with that on top of being an hour out of town and being at my mom's appointment for hours and stuff. So, you know, it was not fun, but since then I have had the abscess has popped several times, and it has been infected at least twice, possibly more times, but I'm finishing, today will be my last day of my second round of a second type of antibiotic to help keep the infection and the fevers at bay, because I'm also diabetic, type 2 diabetic, you know, with the blood sugars and infections. So we're trying to make sure that we take care of anything that could make it worse for my diabetes. Acquired a painting skill. Okay. What a What a magnificent work of art. But making art is only the beginning. Knowing the artist's intent and message is where true art comes to life. Expressing feelings about it is certainly a good idea. It's what the Durangs would have wanted. You should give it a try. Express feelings about it. It lacks the emotion that I intended, but not bad. The expression of the soul is always touching. Some feelings cannot be expressed in words, so you can have an inspired potion, satisfaction point, or you can get some millions. I'm gonna say that, I mean, you can tell it has an expression. It's not that great of a painting, but it's a stick figure, but I think the expression is there. It's a happy painting with happiness, I guess. So we'll go ahead and do that. Sure, Delaney can have one of those. Of course, you start over every time I replay something, so I'm not really sure how that does it. After expressing feelings about art, satisfaction points have been granted. Reward earned Okay, so that's about that. Delaney feels rather proud of the new painting, but wonders if the wrong family would appreciate it. Delaney can't help but feel she was left behind. Where did the envoy go? It's time to find out. And then we've earned enough points for another one. This part I noticed is not working like it usually does. You can see it's just glitching and flashing. So I have to go this way, but at least I can still go this way and get what I need. That one's claimed. Okay, so now I need to, I guess, find the envoy, but it didn't move on the request, so I'm not there yet. I'm gonna have to go look. Oh, it wants me to watch news on the TV. I think that's what the problem is. I thought maybe she was kind of watching it earlier, but she must not have watched it with the envoy like I thought. So where can I find news? Watch action, decorator, public access. I'm gonna say public access. Is that right? Then look for watch news. No, it should be watch news, but I didn't see. Oh, watch news. Hello. Okay. Well, that's okay. We turned it on. We got it. We're booking on here. I'm gonna try to be mindful of my time because I don't want these episodes to be too long. They might take a couple episodes even to get through 1 week's worth of stuff. Hopefully with the other stuff going on, it'll, not be too boring. Would you quit watching that and get on to watching the news, please, Delaney? Thank you. I love when you follow instructions. It wants us to open her career panel, so we'll just do that. These are quick little things we can check off along the way, so it gives us something to do. No, we're not going to get her a career right now, because her only career right now is figuring out what's going on here. So the arrival. After meeting the royal envoy and learning about the family heirlooms, the journey has only begun. The envoy mentioned heading towards the library. Follow them to learn more. Okay, so it looks like we will be heading to the library. So we're going to claim those points, the 100 aspiration points. I'm not sure if we completed that one because it really hasn't unlocked that one yet. So might be still in this first leg, but can I please? Yeah. I'm sorry. See, this is just problematic at its best. Can I please see this one? And, yeah. Okay, well, news alert. An envoy has been spotted in town and they appear to be royal in nature. Several local residents claim to have seen them. Stay tuned for updates on this intriguing development. The Durong beginnings. Envoy feels polished in their delivery and mission. It's worth keeping an eye on them and follow their lead for now to see where this leads. Okay, so now we can go to the Willow Creek Library. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's quit watching the news. Oh my goodness, this is gonna drive me a little bit nuts. Okay, so let's travel. I'm going to try to keep this between 35 and 40 minutes. I do want to have enough to complete some stuff, but I also want to have enough to feel like not too long of a time. And then I'll film the next part after I finish this part. There will be a part 2. These will go up. Since I don't have the fairy adventures and I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet with my programming, I'll have to make an announcement for that. I'm thinking about possibly shaking it up. Also, the royalty pack comes out later this week on Thursday, a day I already scheduled to be gone, and then I'm not sure, Friday and Saturday are my dad's day off, and those can be hard days to film. We've got some things going on Friday, Saturday. I also have some things going on, but we'll have free time in the evening, and possibly if my parents do something for Valentine's Day, I might be free to film, but it's not a guarantee. So ask the envoy about the library. Okay, we gotta find that lady now. So I may or may not, so I might not be able to film till Sunday or Monday for the new pack, but so I have a little bit more time. Where are they? I have a little bit more time to figure out what I want to do in terms of an LP for the new pack, what direction I want to take it in, and what kind of a basic storyline. I've kind of changed the way I do my LPs. Okay, I need to go up a floor. She might be upstairs. I don't see her at all. Maybe we just need to let her load in, because it says she's supposed, yeah, we had to just let her load in. There she is. Okay. But yeah, I just not sure if I want to do, like, I haven't got a chance to explore the fairy pack. We never even got around to checking out the camp pack, which I don't think it was Adventure Awaits pack. And I do want to finish my Not So Berry, and I want to finish my Rags to Reaper, because that one is actually getting closer and closer to the end. We're over halfway there because Adrian is already a teenager, which with some things that happen there too. We'll get into that. Hold on, I gotta stop and read this. Okay, the envoy rushed out, so they would be at the library. Okay, here at the library. Surprise them with a question. The envoy looks surprised to see Delaney at the library. They quickly say, I didn't think you would be here so quickly. The Durong's family treasure is hidden here, somewhere in these old archives. Why not help me uncover its location? I believe you will be the next guardian of their legacy. With that, the envoy slips away once more, their departure raising suspicion. Hack a computer at the library. Ask somebody about the Durong family. Okay, well, I know he's playing a game, but maybe we can introduce ourselves to Bjorn. I probably said that wrong the first time. I apologize. Bjorn. I believe he's secretly a spy, isn't he? Or was that his wife? I don't know. But, you know, maybe he knows something about the Durong family. So let's find out what's there. What I was trying to say was that I would like to explore those packs and those things from those packs, but they can always be incorporated in the other storylines. But since Adrian, I tried to do the Friends Forever thing and it just wouldn't tape. That's why I said the thing about recording earlier. It just wouldn't record and wouldn't record. And therefore, I had to age him up off camera to complete the event so that I could still get the items from the event. But I wasn't able to film it because of that, or produce the videos for it because of that. Bjorn says, I'm not too familiar with them, but the envoy who was here kept muttering Durong art repeatedly while searching through the books. Bjorn continues, maybe I should try to look at them too. Hack a computer at the library. I don't know if she has skills to hack, so hopefully you can do this with, yes, thank you. You can do it without having to get your skill set up. That's always good. So, yeah, so I want to do the Not So Berry ones because I definitely want to do that. It took me so long to get started, but I always was very interested in it. So I don't want to quit that one, even though we're kind of, I mean, Mint is getting up there and we need to turn around and get the next era going, which I didn't know that you could possibly do a Science Baby on your own without somebody. So I thought you had to have somebody to do a Science Baby with. So perhaps we will do a Science Baby on our own so that Mint can bring in Generation 2. But we need to get Generation 2 set up for Not So Berry. because she is getting up there in age. She is actually already an adult, going on an elder, so we are definitely running out of time for Mint. So, but because we're so far along, we're almost, you know, getting ready to bring in that next... Would you stop talking? Do I have to cancel you? Do I have to reset you? Oh my goodness. What is your problem? Was it Control Shift C? No, not yes. Testing cheats on. And then I think if I right click her now, if I right click her, oh no, I might have to end this episode here due to technical difficulties. Come on, what is going on? If I pause that, does that help? Oh, look, they're still moving in the background. It doesn't want to let me reset her. I can't right click her. Why not? Is it shift right click? Shift left click. Shift left click. Okay. Let's reset her. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, you gotta go to the bathroom. Is that part of the problem? Is that why you were, like, having all the problems? Go potty. And then we'll try to get you to hack this computer. And then we're getting close to 35 minutes. So we'll see if we can get the computer hacking done. I might go 40 for this first episode. And then try to do 35 for the next one. I don't know if this first part will take 2 or 3, but definitely, hopefully, she is done glitching. We'll have her sit here. She already relieved herself, so why would she need to re-relieve herself? Like, you're behind on the times there. Okay, where'd you go? No, come sit here. It says somebody's sitting there, but nobody is there, but apparently somebody is there. Maybe that was the problem the first time too. Okay, she's gonna have to go to the other side. I guess I was on the wrong side of the computer for that. That's okay though. Let's go ahead and hack. I'm glad we don't have to get the skill up for that, because that'll make it faster, at least. But yeah, so I'm thinking about keeping Rags to Reaper for sure. Thinking about keeping Not So Berry. I want to do the fairy adventure stuff, but, and I love the character that I created for that, but the gameplay has been really slow trying to get into it because I'm doing it live, so to speak. You know, I capture my gameplay as I play it, because that's how I'm able to do it with my computer right now. And I don't have any editing programs or anything like that, so it just seems like it's dragging on. So I'm kind of on the fence about keeping that one, and then I definitely really do want to keep the business adventures, even though that one has been also a little draggy at times. I feel like things are finally starting to pick up with the impending marriage and stuff, so we'll see. The Durong family's interest in art is deeper and more mysterious than your sim expected. It seems the Durongs have been trying to restore an old family painting. With how much they've invested in this restoration, its completion must be very important to the kingdom. However, the royal envoy has been acting a bit too suspicious for this to be a normal restoration project. Their behavior makes your sim believe this painting might also hold a secret. Search a bookshelf. Well, why don't we? Yeah, so I just don't know. And then also time-wise, I don't know if I want to add a 5th LP in. I always had the idea of having 4 LPs, and then the fifth video I would produce every week with 2 days off would be a build, but I don't have time to do the builds as much as I would like to either. So I'm kind of stuck on what I want to do because I've mostly just had time for filming the LPs. I have very limited time sometimes to be on the computer, and building takes me forever because I tend to be a huge perfectionist about it, and B, I'm just a little, it's a little harder for me to do the building as I haven't been doing it for that long in The Sims 4, and so I'm still kind of getting my building chops, as you would say. After rummaging through the shelves, a book about the Durongs was discovered. Hidden between the pages, a delicate old key slipped out and landed silently on the floor. It might be what the envoy was after. Delaney hides the key away in a safe place before anyone notices. Best to keep it hidden for now. And then it just wants us to travel home. So let's go home, Delaney. So, yeah. So anyway, where was it? I keep losing my train of thought. I apologize. But, so I'm trying to figure out if I want to keep the fairy one or if I want to discontinue the fairy one and put something for the royal pack in that place, or if I want to start a 5th LP geared towards the new expansion pack for the legacy and royalty and still continue the fairy one. I don't have that many subscribers, and I don't know how many people that subscribe actually watch the videos, or if my videos are reaching random people. I don't have any comments really on my videos either, but if you have a preference on whether or not I keep the fairy pack, you can always let me know. If we want to keep the fairy LP going, not pack, but the LP going, or if it's time to get rid of it and discontinue that LP and move on to bigger and better things, hopefully. Durong beginnings. Although a key was found, the envoy's behavior seemed a bit off. Why the odd behavior at the library? Continue following the envoy to see what happens next. Okay, so what's our new things? Let's, so we've got the memorial display table. It looks like we also get the luxurious morning robes. So that's cool. And then it looks like we completed the beginnings one. We still need the drama and the sound of emotion for this leg. So I'm not sure. We have to wait for the next one to kind of just open up for us. So we'll get rid of that. I'm going to keep these ones because they have to do with what we're looking at here. So for now, I'm going to keep those. But the other ones, I'm going to get rid of. Okay, drama life. Having found a key while researching the Durongs, the next thing to do is find out about the caps. Maybe it is possible to help and find all of the family treasures. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the unlocked ones because we don't really need those. The reward urns, we don't need those. We'll keep that one because it kind of has to do with it. I don't know if we really need that one though. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. That. Yeah, we're just going to keep all these important ones, so to speak. Ask the envoy about the cat family. Okay, so now we have to re-find the envoy. And she's getting kind of hungry, so we're going to have to stop and feed our gal here soon, too. Ask about the cat family. So we'll get this done. We are really close to that 40 minutes, so after this one, we'll probably go ahead and quit, and then we'll start the second one. I will be recording right after this, but you guys will see it the next day. So this one should air hopefully Thursday this week, the day that Royal Pack comes out. And then episode 2 will air Friday, and so on and so forth until I'm done with the event games. And in between there would be sprinkled some of the other things. And like I said, I still have 2 pre-recorded videos, I believe, from October that haven't aired yet. So those will definitely air where they're appropriate too. So keep in mind some of that talking and info might be different than what I'm saying today is because it's old news. Okay, just now, the Cap family. The envoy, surprised and a bit nervous to see Delaney once again, stammers, "Oh, I didn't expect you again so quickly." The Caps, yes, they were quite captivated by romance. Why don't you get into the mindset of love and see if you can whip up any clues? You don't mind if I snoop or look around while you're doing that. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well, I got rid of one of them. But that's okay. So it says we need to flirt with another sim, and we need to search the internet, and we need to watch the romance channel. Well, let's start by getting her some food. And I apologize so much for all the dog barking, but it's a good place to stop this right now. We'll say our goodbyes, we'll let Delaney get some food, maybe I'll even push past to where she's done eating and taking care of her needs, and then we'll continue on with this next part. So I will see you back again here when she wakes back up for the next day, and we will work more on this event. All right, I'll see you then. Take care until next time. So wherever you are, have a great time, a great day, night, evening, wherever you are in the world, and take care until next time. And thanks again. I appreciate you guys so much. All right, take care. Bye-bye.